The chairman's daughter just fired an employee who was late to work. She didn't expect it would cause a global circuit collapse, forcing the company to halt all business operations. This situation quickly drew the chairman's attention. He told his daughter to hurry and find the man to fix the problem. But when she heard the man's name, she was instantly shocked because she had already fired him. It turns out that just a week ago, on his way to a meeting, the man casually fixed a circuit malfunction in the company, which made him late. He happened to run into the woman who had just taken over the company. Seeing that the man was late and didn't apologize, she became instantly furious and bluntly said the company didn't need trash like him. Without waiting for him to explain, she fired him on the spot. Hearing this, the man helplessly warned her not to regret it. Then he went to pack up his things and prepare to leave. His co-workers were reluctant to see him go. Unexpectedly, the woman overheard their conversation. She immediately warned everyone that if they said another word, they'd be fired too. Just as the man was about to leave, the woman stopped him and without saying a word, took away the toy left to him by his late mother. The only thing she had left him. No matter how he begged her to return the toy, she was indifferent. She even smashed the toy right in front of him. What's worse, to establish her authority in the company, she warned the employees, anyone who dared to do things unrelated to work in the future would be fired. After that, she walked away. But what she didn't know was, their rival company had already learned about the man's dismissal. The female CEO immediately told her assistant to get the car ready, intending to personally invite the man to join her company. Meanwhile, the woman was still proudly boasting to her father about her achievement, saying she had cleaned out the useless people from the company and told him to focus on recovering. After hearing this, the chairman reminded his daughter the man wasn't just her childhood friend, but also a key figure in the company. He told her to never fire him and even hoped she would marry him. Not until she saw the work badge on the table did she realize she had made a huge mistake. She immediately hung up the phone and prepared to find him. But right as she stepped out the door, she bumped into a rich young man. Seeing how handsome he was, she didn't get mad. But when she saw the rich guy's work badge, she assumed he was the one her father was talking about. Before the woman could say anything, the company suddenly lost power. Trying to show off in front of the woman, the rich guy volunteered to restore the power system. At this point, the woman was convinced the man in front of her had to be her childhood sweetheart. But what she didn't know was, this was all part of the rich guy's scheme. He had eavesdropped on her conversation with her father outside the door, and in order to gain the chairman's fortune, he used some tricks to fool her. He didn't expect her to be so easy to deceive. Just as the two were about to go on a date, they happened to see the man she had just fired downstairs. The woman angrily asked why he hadn't left yet. She didn't know the man had just gotten a call from the chairman asking him to meet his daughter. And so, both unaware of the situation, they misunderstood each other once again. Seeing that the man refused to leave, the woman blamed the power outage entirely on him. She believed he was angry about being fired and deliberately sought revenge. No matter how the man explained, they both insisted he was the one responsible. Seeing this, the man didn't want to argue further and turned to leave, but he was blocked by security called by the rich guy, who even threatened to blacklist him from the entire industry so no company would ever hire him again. Before the rich guy could finish speaking, he was interrupted by the arriving CEO, who said such a huge corporation bullying a former employee was a joke to the whole industry. But the woman stubbornly believed that after being fired, the man sabotaged the company's circuits on purpose. She thought she was already being more than fair. After hearing that, the CEO finally realized the chairman never told the woman the man's true identity. Seeing the man treated with such contempt, the CEO announced in public she was willing to offer him 20% of the shares and a $5 million salary to get him to join her company. Seeing the man didn't respond, the CEO even offered to marry him. At that moment, the woman couldn't sit still anymore. She said the CEO was giving everything up for someone useless, and it wasn't worth it. But the CEO knew she had found a treasure and ignored her, preparing to leave with the man. But the woman insisted that the man compensate for the power outage and the losses it caused the company. Otherwise, she would call the police to have him arrested. Seeing the man refuse to admit it, the woman was about to call the police when the rich guy stopped her. He was afraid the police would find out about his own involvement, so he told the woman to just let it go. After hearing that, the woman said she could let it slide, but only if the man admitted what he had done. Otherwise, she would sue him in court. support, but the man wasn't afraid at all, since he had already joined the CEO's group. Ignoring the woman's protests, he left with the CEO. Meanwhile, the chairman, unable to reach the man, called his daughter and asked if she had a falling out with him. But the man was clearly right next to her. So why would her father ask such a question? Before the woman could respond, the entire company building suddenly lost power. All the work the employees were doing was lost. After checking, it turned out that the hot weather had caused the power grid to overload and fail. To show off in front of the woman, the rich guy volunteered to do the repairs. But 3 hours went by, and everyone was practically melting from the heat. Yet the power system still wasn't back online. It turned out there was a massive power outage across the entire city, making it impossible for residents to live normally. Even government workers were getting anxious, as they still hadn't found a solution. So the woman took the initiative and brought the rich guy to try to fix the problem. If they could restore power to the whole city, her family's company would gain both fame and fortune. Soon, under the rich guy's operation, the power finally came back. They thought the crisis was completely resolved, but the next second, the entire city's electricity went out again.